The Orphan and the Eid dress, the streets of Karachi before Eid stalls packed with bangles, clothes, mendi cones. Lights strung above. Crowds shop in excitement. Vendors shout prices. A group of kids run past with balloons. Karachi, the city of lights, becomes even brighter before Eid, but among the glittering markets, some dreams stay hidden in shadows. A small girl, Ayesha, around 10, standing barefoot at a corner, clutching a worn dupatta. Her eyes fix on a shiny new frock displayed in a tailor's shop. Ayesha soft whisper to herself, "If only Amy was here. Maybe I could have a dress like that." She hugs herself, then walks away slowly, inside a tiny one-room house in Lahori. Walls cracked, a lantern dimly flickering. Ayesha's aunt Kala cooks a small pot of dal. Ayesha enters quietly. "Kala, beta, you went to the bazaar again? I told you, don't waste your eyes on things we can't afford." Ayesha, innocently. "Kala, I wasn't wasting. I was just looking. On Eid, everyone wears new clothes, can't I?" Kala sighs, strokes her hair, tears in her eyes. "Kala, your father left too soon, your mother too. I can only give you roti, not dreams." Ayesha forces a smile, but her eyes betray longing. Inside a bright, decorated tailor's shop, rolls of fabric stacked neatly. Customers giving last-minute Eid orders. The tailor, Ustad Karim, works on a machine. His teenage son, Daniel, plays on his phone, bored. Customer, "Karim bhai, please have my daughter's dress ready before Chandrat." Tailor, "Inshallah, madam, it will be done." Ayesha peeks shyly through the shop window. Daniel notices her and smirks. Daniel mocking, "Arai, look." The beggar girl is staring at dresses again. "Do you even know what silk is?" Ayesha lowers her gaze, embarrassed, and walks away. Ustad Karim scolds his son. Tailor, "Daniel, don't insult the poor." Allah watches. Danielle shrugs. She'd never afford these clothes anyway. Nighttime bazaar. Drums, mendi stalls, laughter. Girls trying bangles. Ayesha walks slowly, watching groups of children holding their father's hands, buying shoes, henna, and jewelry. She stops at a food stall where saviyan is being sold. She inhales deeply, imagining the taste. A kind vendor notices her, hands her a small packet of saviyan. Vendor, "Beta, Eid is for everyone. Take this." Ayesha smiles, thanks him softly, and clutches the packet like treasure. Sometimes kindness comes from strangers. But her little heart still ached for one thing, a new dress, inside Taylor's home. His wife, Shabana, prepares clothes. She notices Ayesha through the window, sitting on the doorstep, mending her torn frock with thread. Shabana, whispering to herself, "Ya Allah, it's Eid tomorrow. How can this child celebrate in rags?" She looks at the beautiful leftover fabric pieces from customer orders. An idea sparks in her mind. She smiles softly, determined. Crowds fill the bazaar with laughter and excitement. Fireworks crackle in the sky. Mendi artists draw on girls' hands. Ayesha walks quietly among them, her old frock torn at the edges. She looks around in wonder but also sadness. Meanwhile, Shabana works late into the night at home. Using leftover fabrics, she stitches a small but beautiful frock. Soft colors, simple lace. She folds it carefully, whispering a prayer. "Shabana, may this dress bring her joy." And may Allah forgive us for having more while she has none. The azan for Isha echoes in the background, signaling the night of Eid. On Chandrat, while the city celebrated, one woman secretly stitched hope for an orphan's heart. Eid morning. Sounds of takbirat echo across Karachi. Streets filled with people in new clothes, men heading to Eid prayer. Children run excitedly with balloons. Inside Khala's small house, Ayesha wakes up. She looks at her old frock laid neatly. She sighs, knowing it's all she has. She tries to smile anyway. Ayesha, to herself, softly, "Today is Eid. Ammi always said, smile, even if the heart cries." She puts on the same old frock, washed but faded. Her Khala watches, trying to hide her tears. A knock at the door. Ayesha opens it. Shabana, the tailor's wife, stands there with a folded packet wrapped in simple brown paper. Shabana, smiling kindly, "Beta, Eid Mubarak. This is for you." Ayesha looks surprised. She unwraps the packet slowly. Inside is the frock Shabana stitched with leftover fabrics. Ayesha gasps, her eyes wide with joy. Ayesha, whispering, New dress? For me?" Shabana, gently, "Yes, my child. Allah wants everyone to smile on Eid." Ayesha hugs the dress tightly, tears rolling down her cheeks. Ayesha, "Thank you, Auntie. Thank you." Ayesha puts on the frock. It's simple but beautiful on her. She twirls shyly in front of a cracked mirror. For the first time, she feels like every other child on Eid. Khala's eyes well up as she watches. She whispers a prayer. "Khala, Ya Allah, bless the hands that stitch this joy." Outside, children play, and when Ayesha steps out in her new dress, they pause. Some smile, some clap. Danielle watches from across the street, frowning. Back inside the tailor's shop, Daniel complains to his mother, Shabana. "Daniel, Ammi, why did you waste good cloth on her? She's just a beggar's daughter. What will people say?" Shabana, sternly, "Beta, fear Allah. Eid is about sharing, not showing off. That girl has nothing. If you can't be kind, at least don't be cruel." Danielle grumbling, but everyone in the market is talking about her new dress. Why should she get attention? Ustad Kareem overhears, angry. "Kareem, Danielle, one day you'll understand. Kindness is worth more than gold." At afternoon, children in the neighborhood gather to play with their 80 money. They compare clothes and toys. Ayesha joins timidly. Some children compliment her dress. Child 1, "Wow, Ayesha, your dress is so pretty." Child 2, "You look like a doll today." Ayesha beams with pride. For once, she feels she belongs. Danielle sits aside, sulking. For one day, the little orphan wasn't invisible. She was part of the laughter, the joy, the color of Eid. At evening, celebration winds down. Ayesha returns home, clutching her dress carefully as if it's treasure. She places it on her pillow, smiles, and prays. "Ayesha, Ya Allah, thank you for this Eid. Please give my parents Janet, and bless the auntie who gave me this dress." Khala watches her pray, silently weeping. Meanwhile, Daniel, in his room, stares at his expensive kurta but feels empty. He remembers his mother's words, guilt creeping in. Eid night was ending, but the real story was just beginning. A story of kindness, jealousy, and a lesson that would last beyond one festival. Next day, children gather in the street again. Ayesha wears her new frock proudly. Daniel, still jealous, whispers to his friends, "Daniel, watch this." She thinks she's special. He steps forward, pretending to admire. Daniel, mocking, "Nice dress, Ayesha. But it looks like patchwork from garbage." Children laugh. Ayesha's face falls. Danielle grabs a corner of her frock and tugs, nearly tearing it. She cries out, pulling away, "Ayesha, stop it. Please, this is all I have." Kala rushes out, shielding Ayesha. She glares at Danielle. "Kala, shame on you, Danielle. You have everything, yet your heart is empty." Inside Taylor's house, Shabana confronts Danielle, furious. "Shabana, Danielle, I raised you better than this. How could you hurt that poor child?" Danielle, defensive, "Because everyone praised her dress instead of mine. She doesn't deserve it." Shabana, tears in her eyes. "Beta, true respect is earned by kindness, not clothes. Do you want Allah to strip blessings from you?" Danielle looks down, ashamed but still stubborn. Evening. Ustad Karim sits with Danielle in the shop, hands him a needle and scrap cloth. "Karim, do you know how hard it is to stitch even one seam? That girl's dress was stitched with love, not money. Until you learn to respect love, you will never understand Eid." He makes Danielle practice stitches clumsily. Danielle pricks his finger, wincing. Karim, "Pain teaches. Let it remind you of the pain you gave Ayesha at home." Ayesha sits quietly, stroking her dress, afraid it might tear. She speaks to her mother's photo. "Ayesha, Ammi, I thought Eid would make me happy. But some people, they don't want me to smile." Kala hugs her tightly. "Kala, don't cry, Beta. Allah sees your patience. He will reward you more than any frock hem." Late night. Daniel lies awake, tossing. His conscience haunts him. He remembers Ayesha's tears, his mother's words, his father's lesson. He sneaks out of bed, goes to his mother. "Danielle, softly. Ammi, I was wrong. I hurt her. What should I do?" Shabana, relieved, smiling. "Say sorry, Beta, and give from your own blessings. That is real Eid." Next morning, Ayesha sits outside her home, holding her dress protectively. Danielle approaches, nervous, holding a small gift box. Danielle, hesitant. "Ayesha, I'm sorry. I was jealous. Please forgive me." He opens the box. Inside is his own 80 money and a pair of new bangles. "Danielle, these are for you. You deserve to be happy." Ayesha looks shocked, then smiles softly. She accepts the bangles. Ayesha, "Thank you, Danielle, bye." They both smile. The tension finally gone. Montage. Ayesha, Danielle, and neighborhood kids play together. They share sweets, fly kites on rooftops, laugh. Ayesha's bangles glisten in the sun. Danielle finally looks content, no jealousy in his eyes. For the first time, Eid truly belonged to everyone, rich or poor, orphan or privileged. Ayesha and Danielle standing side by side in the bustling bazaar. Ayesha's dress, though stitched from scraps, shines brighter than silk. Danielle watches, humbled. Eid is not measured by new clothes or full pockets. It is measured by the size of our hearts. And sometimes, the smallest gift can stitch the biggest smiles. Screen fades to black. Soft Eid Takbirat echo. True Eid is when every child smiles.